Have you ever been so hungry it feels like something else takes over your brain? Well, today we're going to talk about that hunger monster, and I'll show you how to tame it, how to turn eating into something, well, elegant. Oh, you know the feeling, right? We've all been there. It's 4 p.m., you've missed lunch, and all of a sudden, the office vending machine starts looking like a five-star buffet. It's right then, in those moments, that we make the food choices we pretty much always end up regretting. So, that state of just ravenous, totally irrational hunger, it actually has a name. And understanding what is physically happening inside your brain is the absolute first step to taking back control. And let's be really clear here, this is not a lack of willpower. This is pure, straight-up biology. When you get that hungry, the rational decision-making part of your brain, your prefrontal cortex, it basically gets hijacked. Your ancient, primitive survival instincts take over, and they are screaming just one thing: get energy now. This is the perfect way to picture the choice we have. On one side, you've got the hunger monster, chaotic, impulsive, rushed. And on the other side, the elegant artist, mindful, controlled, and healthy. Our goal today is to figure out how to make that shift from left to right. So how do we even begin to make that shift? Well, it all starts with learning to listen. Think of it like this. Your body sends you early warnings, just like the low battery signal on your phone. You just have to learn how to recognize them before it's too late. You know, most of us tend to live at the extremes of this scale. We totally ignore our hunger until we're down in the danger zone at a 1 or a 2, and then we eat until we're way up at a 9 or 10, completely stuffed. The real secret here is to start your meal in that ideal window, at a 3 or 4, when you're just starting to feel hungry, but you're still in complete control. And these signals, they aren't always physical. Ever suddenly feel your patience just completely disappear? Or maybe you find yourself getting irritated with people for no reason. That's not a character flaw. It is very often just your body's subtle way of saying, hey, could really use some energy over here. But here's where it gets really interesting. Sometimes that feeling isn't even hunger. Turns out the hypothalamus, the part of your brain that regulates hunger, is the exact same part that regulates thirst. And yeah, it can get its wires crossed pretty easily. So before you immediately reach for a snack, try this super simple test. Drink a glass of water, set a timer for 10 minutes, and just go do something else. Then check in with your body again. You would be amazed how often that hunger has just vanished. It was just dehydration in disguise. It's a simple trick, but it can make a massive difference. Okay, now that we know how to listen to our bodies, we've got to talk about being prepared. I mean, life is unpredictable, right? Meetings run late, traffic is awful. The key is to stop leaving your well-being completely up to chance. What this means is having an emergency stash at your desk, in your car, in your bag. And the goal isn't just to have any food. It's about having the right kind of food. That combination of protein, healthy fat, and fiber, that's the magic formula for stabilizing your blood sugar and giving you a lasting feeling of fullness. And this is so much more than just keeping hunger away. The simple act of knowing you have a healthy option ready to go gives you psychological security. It actually lowers your stress, it prevents the release of cortisol, and that's the hormone that tells your body to panic and store fat. This same idea of preparation applies to your daily rhythm. Eating at regular intervals, say every 4 to 5 hours, sends this powerful message to your body that it doesn't need to panic. It builds a sense of trust, preventing it from switching into a low-power fat-storing mode. It keeps everything running smoothly. Okay, so we've covered when to start eating. But now we have to tackle what might be even harder for a lot of us, and that is mastering the art of knowing when to stop. There's a wonderful philosophy from Japan for longevity called Hara Hachi Bu, and what it translates to is simply this: eat until you're 80% full. Now, this isn't just some old folk wisdom, it is rooted in a really deep understanding of our own biology. So why 80%? Why not 100? It's because of this number right here, 20. It takes a full 20 minutes for this satiety signal, that chemical message that says, hey, I'm full, to travel all the way from your stomach up to your brain. So here's the crucial takeaway from that. By the time you actually feel perfectly full, you've already gone too far. You actually overate 20 minutes ago. The real sweet spot, that true 80% mark, is the moment you feel no longer hungry. It's that point where you think to yourself, you know, I could definitely have a few more bites. That is the exact moment to elegantly put your fork down. When you start to weave all of these ideas together, You're listening to your body, you're prepared, you know when to stop. It becomes something so much more profound than just managing hunger. It's really about fundamentally changing your relationship with your own body. It's a huge shift from treating it like a machine that just needs fuel to treating it like a partner you listen to and actually respect. It becomes a daily act of self-care. And the results, they create this powerful, positive feedback loop. Your weight starts to stabilize. Your mood becomes more even because you're not on that crazy blood sugar roller coaster. You have more energy. And maybe best of all, food transforms from this source of conflict into a source of genuine pleasure again. Ultimately, this is the choice this knowledge gives you. You have the power to tame that hunger monster, not by fighting it, but by understanding it. You can choose instead to nourish the elegant artist that's within you, and your very next meal is the perfect place to start.